Don't do it now. I'm leaving. You can't do it now.
Oh no, you could be the DJ. You do the theme music for us.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm not a DJ, y'all.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We could play We Are Family or something of that nature, right?
Okay, go for it.
All right.
Welcome, everybody, to the October 2023 Citizens Police Review Board. We have some information tonight. There is no new news. Whenever you get a chance, stuff the agenda. But the minutes, your minutes were distributed, I want to say about 2 weeks ago. Did everybody receive their minutes?
Yes.
So do I have a motion to accept the minutes as presented?
I'll make the motion.
All right, we got a 1 and a 2. Sheldon and Kiki, seconds.
I'll second.
There you go. All in favor, or discussion? Any changes, any additions, deletion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. So we have some excused members tonight. Mr. Robinson, I'm trying to think here. Mr. Robinson and Miss, well, we might get Dr. Lucas here soon. There's a possibility, but as of right now, those 2 members, and we do have the 1 vacancy, so. Alrighty, so like I said, those 2 were not able to make it tonight, although we may have a cameo appearance by Dr. Darby in a little bit. Alrighty. Since there is no business from the chair, let's go to the executive. Well, let me just tell you the opening. We're going to do our outline of proceedings, the board business, followed by case review. And if there's anybody out there that wants to make a public comment at the end of the meeting, please put your name in the chat or in the Q&A, and you'll have a 3-minute time limit. Without further ado, Beth.
Thank you, Dr. Gershio. Good evening, members. I would just make a note too that Dr. Darby did express her intent to be here tonight. She did have a conflict with another meeting. So she could be considered excused if she does not appear. It was her intention to be here.
Thank you.
Okay. Our intake thus far is a total of 188 complaints received. Our intake director, Ms. Michelle Kirshner. We extend our congratulations and best wishes to Michelle and her husband. They were married since we were together last in September. So we wish them the very best, and I can continue to just compliment Michelle for the work she does with intake. She's the gatekeeper. She talks to every single person that contacts us and follows up and makes the preliminary recommendations for the investigators and assigns the investigators to the cases. So wish her the very best in her marriage and thank her for continuing to be part of this team. The community conversations that we participated in concluded since I guess our September meeting. The 4th conversation was held on October the 5th, and that was in Homewood at Community Empowerment Association with Rashad Birdsong and his group. That was a very good, it was a good conversation there. There was a lot of community involvement and a lot of expression about issues that they needed some assistance with from the police. And the chief was very responsive, as were the officers from Zone 5. There were a number of them that actually attended that meeting. That was very positive. And Then last Thursday, the 19th of October, the fifth and final conversation was held at Trinity AME Zion Church over in Elliott area, Council District 2. It was very well attended. It had a very comfortable environment where we were. And on behalf of the board, I did thank the hosts at each of our conversations, because we were extended the opportunity to speak for give an overview of the board. And I did so, and also expressed your appreciation and commendation to the organizers. Of course, that was BPEP, NAACP, Pittsburgh Unit, the Alliance for Police Accountability, and the Urban League. Did a great job organizing it, facilitating the conversations and the questions and the exchange between the chief, myself, and the audience, the participants from the community. It was a really good activity. I'll note too that Ms. Bridget, our community liaison, attended all the conversations and took her own notes with regard to concerns that were expressed at those conversations, so that we can, further consider them. And if there's something we would want to bring to you or make recommendations on, Sherry is informed as to what those immediate needs were in those neighborhoods where those conversations occurred. I have invited, and I notified all of you that I had invited, and we published it, Mr. English Burton to join us tonight for the purpose of presenting his approach to, I don't see him here, his approach to promoting positivity by changing the nature of language in the community, emphasizing the need for respect and for looking out for each other, the essence of community life. It doesn't appear that he's joined us. Perhaps if he does, Madam Chair, we could bring him in to make his presentation if he does later in the agenda.
That's perfect.
Interviews, personnel. We have, as you've been anxiously awaiting, a number of people who have applied for the investigator positions that we have open right now. Stephanie has scheduled interviews. I believe we start tomorrow. Is that right, Steph?
Yeah.
Yeah, we start tomorrow. I think there are about 12 people, something
Yes.
like that, maybe a few more. Hopefully we'll be able to make a selection and fill those vacancies. That will be to begin the new year with a full staff. That would be nice. And then we come to the part that I really, a bittersweet moment. Our members' status. As required, all the proper notices were provided by the board chair to the parties required under the city code. And we announced the expiration of members' terms. We had 4 seats whose terms would expire on October 31st. In an unusual circumstance, we have received notice from City Council that appointments have been made to succeed our members whose term expires October 31st. Those members affected: Council seat number 1, Ms. Lakeisha Brown. Ms. Brown was a successor to complete the term of Mr. Thomas Waters, who resigned back in 2021, I believe it was. And her successor has been confirmed by council, and he is Mr. Gregory Kotler of Crafton Heights. Council seat number 3, which has been held, our incumbent is Mr. Elwin Green. His successor has been confirmed by council, and it will be Ms. Terry Shields of Hazelwood. Mayoral seat number 6, held currently by Dr. Emma Lucas Darby. Her nominated successor is Mr. Dalen Davis. His appointment was introduced his nomination was introduced to City Council this morning. And I believe they held it for an interview. So within the next couple of weeks, I'm sure that Mr. Davis will receive notice from the city clerk, and they'll establish an appointed time for him to be interviewed by City Council. And I have asked the clerk to make sure we're informed as to when those interviews occur, so that the nominee is not there by themselves. I would certainly be there with that individual. Unfortunately for Mr. Kotler and Ms. Shields, I did not have that opportunity. And as a result, they were there alone. And we've never allowed that to happen before, but we had no knowledge that they were scheduled. So neither here nor there. Mr. Davis's appointment is still pending. And the law enforcement seat currently held by Mr. Sheldon Williams, there is a pending succession there. You know, our members who are going to be leaving us, whose terms expire on October 31st, have been here a pretty long time. And the team that we have enjoyed working together over the last several years. I'll note that Dr. Darby served as chair of this board for 10 years. She assumed the chair in 2013, and she left January of 2023 as chair. So we've had great benefit in consistency and continuity of the work that the board has done since your inception. And it's always difficult when that team changes. But our current board, the work you have done is a matter of record. The cases and the work you have done on cases and the status in which you leave them will remain the status that the board, as reorganized in December, will receive them. We would like to have a party between now and December so that we can all get together and celebrate each other and the work that we've done together, and just be very grateful that our paths have crossed, and that you, each of you, whether you're an incumbent and you're staying or you leaving us, your personal dedication and your selfless participation in this process we're very grateful for that. You served the city of Pittsburgh, our community, extraordinarily well. And we know, and you know, that oftentimes an appointment to this board or participation on this board tends to have a little controversy around it. Never once did you flinch. And to recognize the kind of professionalism and the impartiality and objectivity with which you did your job is it's a privilege to be able to acknowledge that. And it's been a great honor to work with each of you. We're going to miss you. There's no question about that. I understand that in our audience, we do have one confirmed individual who perhaps at the end of this might want to say something at the end of the meeting, Ms. Terry Shields. And the the nominee, pending confirmation, Mr. Davis, is also in the audience. Mr. Davis is the president of the Pittsburgh unit of the NAACP. And Elder Terry Shields is the founder of Jada House in Hazelwood. So they're here with us tonight, and perhaps when I've concluded my meeting and you've completed your work, they may want to say something. And I certainly invite you to issue any kind of advice that your experience has given you to your successors. A sincere thank you to each of you. Thank you, Dr. Curcio. That concludes my report. I'm certainly available or willing to answer any questions that you may have.
And again, if I could just echo Director Pittenger's remarks, you guys are awesome. You did great work, and as she said, you never flinched. We had some tough things to do, and you never flinched. For that, I will be eternally grateful, and helping me through the transition from Dr. Darby to me. You guys were just awesome. And again, I want to thank you.
Madam Chair, I'm sorry. I'm feeling like I'm neglecting Mr. Green. Mr. Green has been with us an extraordinarily long period of time too. I believe, Mr. Green, you came in June. I was thinking January, but in June of 2014. So you've been here a very long time and been through the trials and tribulations of serving on this board. And I thank you as well personally for your guidance over the years and for your selfless service to the board. Thank you.
And thank you all. There is, I don't see, did Mr. Burton get on by any chance? I wasn't watching the.
I checked Dr. Gershio and I do not see him here.
Okay, so there is no unfinished business and new business. Based on the director's report, we have a couple members out in the audience that will be joining us very, very soon. We have the 2024 calendar for our meetings, and I'm sure within the next few days we will be receiving that, and our new members will also be getting that invitation to the board, but you see it up on the screen now. So existing members, we have it. New members, it'll be shared with you in hard copy and in very short order. Thank you. And as you see that we meet every month except August, and then our November, December is kind of put together and it's in early December. And we'll talk about this year's December at the end of this meeting. Does anybody have any questions about the schedule? Hearing none, we're going to get ready for our case review. And that would be up on the screen shortly, and we could go through each of our cases. Great. We have, it's got to be a little smaller, please. Thank you. And let me get my picture out of the way here. Thank you. We have 4 this month for full investigation. It's case number 161-23, case number 155-23, case number 14723, and case number 08523. Do I have a motion?
I make the motion.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Take the vote. Aye.
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 Thank you. Ayes have it. Motion passed. For 30-day extension of full investigation, we have 5 this evening or this month. 136-23, 13123, 113-23, 106-23, and 049-23. Do I have a motion?
I move.
Thank you. Second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye.
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 Ayes have it. We have 2 that were unfounded. Case number 137-23 and case 094-3. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, sir. Second?
A second.
Thank you. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Motion passed. We have 0 unsustainable, but we have 1 other. And that's case number 120-23. And as you can see, it's authorized for a withdrawal. Do I have a motion?
I so move.
Thank you, sir. Second,
I'll second.
thank you. All in favor? Aye.
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 Motion passed. Now we have 3 for suspension, and that's case 083-23, case number 043-23, and case number 025-23. Do I have a motion?
So move.
Thank you. Second,
I second.
thank you. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have, the motion is passed. I believe that,
Chair,
I'm sorry, we have 16, and again, this is our summaries that we provide upon request as informational, and there's 16 of those cases. It's case number 055-23, case 029-23, case 028-23, case 016-23, case 010-23, case 206-22, case 181-22, case 102-22, case 100-22, case 099-22, case 035-22, case 020-22, case number 171-21, case number 252-20, case number 112-0, and the last case, which is an older one, case 87-18ED. And again, I don't believe this needs a motion. It's again informational as summaries provided upon request from our membership. Any questions about any of the cases? Hearing none.
Madam Chair,
Yes,
I related to cases. I didn't include this in my report because it was just seemed to be more appropriate to offer this to you after the case review. The city did make a settlement with the estate of Mr. Jim Rogers, who died 2 years ago subsequent to an incident with City of Pittsburgh Police. The settlement of $8 million was approved by council, and so that will be the settlement. I just want to remind all of us and anybody who's watching or listening or will read in the minutes, the board is unable to aggressively pursue any investigation into that incident because the district attorney has yet to disclose a prosecutorial decision. And as you know, we are restrained from conducting any investigation if there is still a criminal investigation underway until such time as that criminal inquiry is disposed of finally. So we have no other information related to that incident, though there are many questions related to what has publicly been available to see. But getting the other side of the story has been difficult, and we are not permitted by law to pursue it aggressively until the criminal disposition is determined. I just wanted to add that because that's something that did happen in since we were together last.
thank you.
That's all. Thank you.
So the announcement again, our regular meeting is on December 5th. It's a Tuesday at 6 p.m., at which time we will welcome our new members. And certainly our existing members also. Before we go to public announcements, the new members that are out on either YouTube or Facebook, do you wish to say anything?
Chris and Mark do want to express their thanks to the board members who will be leaving as well.
Thank you, Ozarks. That's very
Thank you.
Dr. Grocio,
yes.
I didn't know when was the appropriate time because I didn't feel it was new business, but I want to express my gratitude and thanks for those members who are departing as well. You know, it's important for us to kind of get a sense for one another, even though we have independent thought, we have a united board. And in doing so, I've appreciated perspectives, grace that was extended, even as much as we have different opinion, we've done it in a manner that I think the public would be pleased with how we've operated. And that can only come about by the people who are on the board. So as you depart, just want to give my own personal thanks for your service during this time, and you'll be missed. And to the members coming on, I'm just verbalizing, we look forward to your contributions as well as you get ready to speak.
Thank you. Well said, Mr. Williams. Well said. All right. New members, please jump on if you would like to say a word or two.
Hi, can you hear me?
We sure can.
Great. This is Terry Shields, Elder Terry Shields. Thank you for, I want to thank Barb Ward, first of all, for asking me to be, to join this board. But it's going to be a learning experience. It's going to be a teaching experience as well. And I'm excited to learn, grow, and bring things to the community that I'll just be displaying and looking at what you just showed recently, which looking at different incidences that happen with the community. So thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to making some great decisions.
Thank you, Elder Shields. We appreciate your words. Mr. Davis.
Can you hear me?
We sure can.
I just want to thank the outgoing members of this committee for doing exceptional work. I do know over the past course of years, there has been some bumps in the road as it has related to this group, but I just want to say that you guys have held yourselves with grace and poise. I do look forward to working with the existing members that will be staying, as well as the other new members that come onto this board, as well as working with Ms. Pittenger. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you, Mr. Davis, and we look forward to having you at our board meeting next month. Now, public, is anybody in the public? We heard from the Ozarks. Again, Ozarks, if you have more, we're happy to hear from you. And is there anyone else?
I would like to say something if
Mhm.
there's no comment from the public.
No one's in the public
Okay.
that wants to speak, I mean.
I just wanted to thank you all for this opportunity. Thank you for calling on me and trusting me and just allowing me this time to step outside of my comfort zone. When asked, I had no idea what to expect. And I will tell you that this experience has matured me in a way where my perspective is balanced. I have to look at all angles and all opportunities and give a thorough amount of thought processes when it comes to looking at certain things. I have a newfound respect for community members and newfound respect for police because, you know, it's a job that's hard and not everyone can do. And so I'm just thankful for the opportunity and for the newcomers, the workshops that they have, the police officers have, the trainings, highly recommend. And Beth is awesome, and every member is awesome. Mr. Ward is so cool. He's like super cool. Like you only hear him like so often, but it's like, oh, okay, cool, like that. But everybody is just so cool to work with, and I'm just happy to know that I have a few more people that I can add to my friend list. So thank you so much for the opportunity, and best wishes to you all. Happy holidays, and I will be around. So thank you.
Kinky, it's see you later, not goodbye.
That's right. See you later.
And I'm
See you
keeping you on the
Facebook.
invite, so you won't be
Okay.
free. You won't be that free.
Okay. Mr. Green wants to speak.
Doors all
Yes. Let's see, when do you call me? Thursday, Friday?
Beth. I think you're muted.
Yeah, it looks like.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. We're not hearing her.
I think she's having
Well-
technical. She's froze.
All right, well, I'll just say that,
I think it was Thursday, Mr. Green.
yeah, I was thinking that it was Thursday. And the first thing I
Mhm.
wanted to say is that it just now sunk in.
Mm.
As we were going through the case review list and we got to the suspensions at the very end,
Mm.
and it said authorized suspension until December. And it hit me. I won't be here. Okay. Okay. If someone had asked me in advance, I would not have predicted that that realization would evoke the feelings that it did. I think the best I can do maybe is echo what Ms. Brown said, but like amplify it, because I have been here since 2014, which is like 12% of my life. I leave to others to judge my effectiveness, but I am the only one who can begin to attempt to express the degree to which I am grateful for this entire experience and for each of you. That's it.
And
Aw.
Mr. Green, I have to tell you that you were my wisdom guy. When I'd always say, I have to check with Mr. Green because he's the wisdom guy here. And I really
Mhm.
want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
All right, now that we all need Kleenex, because I can't.
Welcome to the Hotel California, folks. You can
Yeah.
never leave.
Just remember that, Mr. Green. You never leave.
Right, right, right. Mhm.
Again,
All right.
thank you so much. We appreciate all of you've done for us, and new members, we look forward to building that relationship with you. Thank you. And we'll see you, some of you in December. The others, you will always be in our heart. Thank
Don't
you.
forget the adjournment.
Oh, do I hear a motion?
I so move.
Thank you,
I
sir.
second.
Thank you. All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Hi.
Ayes have it, and thank you for your last important motion and second. They're important to us. Thank you.
Mhm.